1 million jobs is in the small-scale mining sector. And maybe it's a small-scale mining sector, a small-scale mining sector to make sure they do responsible and sustainable mining. Maybe ever tie small-scale mining. The decline, the percent regularizing and licensed small-scale miners in the country. And licensing regime, relatively simple. None for licensing of any small scale, and the local assemblies too, so that we do it at the local level. That is one. And the licensing process, it will terminate at the Minerals Commission, and so that it will be simple for everybody to get a license.
George Mrekuduka was speaking at the launch of the group at Akwetia in the Eastern region. He explained that the NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, is not in support of illegal mining but responsible small-scale mining, hence the formation of the group. He announced that Dr. Bawumia, if elected president, will set up a minerals development bank to empower Ghanaians to establish mining companies that will engage in responsible mining. Hundreds of miners from the various mining communities present affirmed their commitment to responsible mining and expressed their confidence in Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to protect their jobs.
But I support small-scale responsible mining, and I'll continue advocating for small-scale mining. Mining companies are considered na Ghana ni no tumi ne o si daabi abaya na abaya ye broni ni de omra metu nko na Ghana ni de onfa kom enkoda ni fie young pele who will speak the truth. Media, I represent miners. I represent miners in parliament. Into waha now we end this ni na baby amijina no. Some person be jina hobia na waduma no na opesa usai no. Esai say baabi a wagyapadeɛ wɔ no ɛhɔ ne wakoma wɔ.
Philip Ajamjobe is president of the small-scale miners.
The industry employs more Ghanaians than any mining company will produce, and our goal is retained here. It keeps our economy strong. The Vice President made reference to the gold that supported the currency when we were in dire need, when Ghana almost went the Sri Lanka way. So today's occasion is an occasion that is memorable, and the responsible small-scale miners are very proud, and we are fully backing the program, and we shall educate our members in the communities to give the full support to this program and the candidates to win the elections and implement the policies to inure to the benefit of responsible small-scale miners and Ghanaians as a whole.
NPP parliamentary candidate for Akwetia, Ernest Kumi, urged government to promote the education of small-scale miners on issues of responsible mining.
One advantage and one disadvantage. And one fast one and one so bonny. So the who say so bonny. I was sending dear and out the year Juma. Now Pepper and Paswa Abe Faswa. Sansu so bonny and a war for Sono. Ube ye few and I yes on it here. If in a corner, Obia fashion it seems say me Baba bomb miners Nina who buy any munina can't bomb I Juma. I make sure say Obia no bet me at Yamofa would Yoda.
Mining, small-scale mining, no. If done properly, a poor mining path, there should be no doubt about it. Adia Peno is responsible and sustainable small-scale mining.
We've been riding on this boat for the past close to 2 hours, over 40 miles from the estuary at Ankobra itself. This place is close to a town called Anwulezo, and you can see over there there is a washing bay, gold washing bay, just in the middle of the Ankobra River, and you could see 2 champagne machines, one here, the other one over there, sitting directly on the riverbed, polluting it. And we are just about an hour from here to a town called Banso. What makes you sad on this trip?
Okay, and what makes me sad is that I've been hearing it. They have been telling me, but actually I have not been in this situation before. I have not traveled far on this Ankobra River before. But what I've seen or what I've witnessed now tells me that we need to be, very serious on what is going on, because it's very bad. I was not expecting it in this way. You can see that at some place, even how they call it, the boat can only pass only one side. All those places have been seized up because of the washing of the area of the galamsey. So imagine if there are some fish and so on over there, they are going to die. So in fact, I'm very worried about what I've seen today.
This is what is left of the river Ankobra. It's a pale shadow of itself now. We came here about 6 months ago. That was last year. And at that time you could see the fullness of the river. Though it was polluted, it wasn't as polluted as we are seeing it today. Today is a bit dried up. The density of the water, as you can see, is more thicker and is more dirtier than we saw it last year. And
we are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know we will get there.
Settles the particles, it doesn't mean that the water is safe for use. Many of the indigenes do not know. When we got to Afrobarometer, close to the Pra River, same issue. They buy aluminium sulfate. It's sort of like you're buying tomatoes from a shop. And that's what the women use to settle the water, and they use it for domestic chores. Look at the implications, the health implications. And many of them do not even know. And across the country, every major river or stream, just mention the name and I'll tell you, because we've tested samples from them. And they are all polluted. A country with all its freshwater sources, highly polluted. And that's what we have across the country. I can't even talk about the forest reserve.
Watch it, your mom. What do you want for Jina court? At the Omoko prison. And then they can say, your mom didn't be at that prison. Say, Omuya galamsey. And so, you're watching China Niba. I know you're galamsey queen. Or not the more for now, Uncle Jina court. I'm for now, Kotum. Most on the Uncle Nikrum. And I'm going to free or home. And so you're mad yet. I'm going to do if you say. As you, you're bad. I'm going to galamsey no. I'm going to mumu. You're bad, Amnesty, no more Saba. As you. Mojidi say, Emrebia omo from here, omo enu omo ho. Enti yebe yi omo na yama omo another chance. If we say yebe yen hihia, ebe ma enyoma ayeye. Ye yimu, ye koye senya ye absese. Se wonka party bi ho ana se wonye nipa bi ene galamsey no ye mpene ma wonye wo de contrance na komku na ye party for DC no ene hwa no omo de galamsey no omo apene ma omo ye ezu na ne ya ne se obi excavator ya je na e de komo obi foforo na on the odi 2 gold now the out ho and then say me ba excavators I agije free crofo na ya be je omo ade ni asa ade ama omo ezu your university of Takwa your friend University of Mines and Technology umat omo chire your school for no send your mining ne kwan so send be ya obi empra anase obi anhre ne kwan enti ye ba district bia ye be bie adwuma
yeah, this school for University of Mines. Obi our concession be our ha. Yeah, the umbe come home. No much them acquire more the bay mining. No send a bear. Obi answering them for Nasa Obi Emperor. Na mutu sika koko ni wie mutu gold ni wie on be kire mo say na mo be pia anua no akata so fefefe na ye dua egu so say na be ya asase no ebe ye yie bi ezu
adi yakuma atufo ma omai Obinum a juma gold nebano. I didn't try to say some of us, young smuggle, young US gold no, at to Tomao. Moon says, Anyamanu, Sasikana, ever Shanu Sano, ever create inflation, Ama Yanina. And I'm Wamu. I hope what I'm hearing is false. Sir, police, when they are looking up to some of you policemen, some of you are even partaking in this nonsense. I stand up.
We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know we will get there. We will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will get there.
Will I still give amnesty to people convicted for galamsey? And my answer is yes. Because those who are in prison for galamsey are not the actual perpetrators of galamsey. The big kingpins are not in prison. Those who are in prison are the small boys that they employ to work on their galamsey concessions. And so they are victims of circumstances. And so if we are coming with a new fight against galamsey, let's start by giving them amnesty let's bring them out, reform them, and do the things that will make them not go and do what they've done again. If it's somebody must be in prison, it's those district chief executives and ministers and others who are doing the galamsey, not the people they are employing.
Galamsey na mo ye ne kan wasem na mo ntie no mo help ne kala epu na aye brown no sumo epu na aye brown no galamsey na mo ye ne kan na mo ntie no mo he epu no na aye brown no mo help no epu pa ni epu na aye brown no Apunaya brown, come on. A canamuntian, galamsey na moyani a canamuntian, Apunaya brown. If I could show me baby a pra, and near in the boom, no. Pran and near upon the boom. Charlie. The coaching baby a pran near upon the boom, no. What's that? Apunaya brown.
I have a high galamsey site for occasion a my qua a hard in papa. The son I moy ebre galamsey site say almost draining soon be a gun chain into person I'm one ebre ewo a form of. There's a omukum one na a moy never that ye be a ding. Yenchim banden obey. And the Sadibo, Sadibo, ultimate. I say, Okra, so duty, Okayanka. You never will bring no cost or memoir. A hard yes, film. One can say, send a more bre, send a more bre, Amaronia. A send a young and Noma, ne way, Omocrapo, send a treaty or more. Send a treaty, young boy, send a treaty and one man women. A young lady in the perfume. Sa so na yam wa FM obia e complain e ya nkwa aden na yeti o mamu na nkasa ye di ho boni sen on faso o sika kra obenyanti on dwen ochina ho on dwen de onya benya ochina ho na on dwen ochina no o nim za wo ba aden hwe o de woni gi se wo yesen o woni gi nanso ochina no eni gi de me de bia one hwe yesu nya ya se no yese nsu yi ai se ko kraba Uncle Cransua, Obasi the Nyansuan, ya saying soon, a tray cocoa in egu, your body a training egu. He say, Gallant Saint, yes, say be beyond my way. O can't say, who the onion cry. Eh, ya, man, when it be any baby, Utu near, winning to be being. She natural to say, I got my empire, wash it. Then so, she had no good my. What is a Osha Nayasifum? Osha, a Yasifum, a ya. Okobani kita nam dise nam na kita nam na bre no hwe en dese nam ne bre so on no ma to sunzi on drink hwe on ma to so en no china so e o chana wa akokwa no benya nam bia bia a mo shom emo nyina ase aden.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob, but you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you, because we choose them, we vote them, we blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time. This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi, inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
Government is broke, government is broke. The people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now. Government is broke.
Hello, good morning and welcome to the show. This is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. It's a Friday, the first day of November 2024. By His grace, we're alive and we're here with yet another edition of the show. Our gratitude to go to Most High God for the rare privilege of being alive and, of course, the opportunity of having another conversation around the top stories making the rounds here in our dear Republic. I'll let you into our panel for the morning's conversation shortly. But let's take a look at the front pages of our newspaper's daily graphic. New SHS curriculum starts. Bono Region thank you tour. 169 agro factories ready under 1D1F president. Anti-gay bill suit. Speaker's financial impact assessment sparks controversy in court. Chief Justice launches manual on election adjudication. And constituency watch. Sunyani West. Can NPP maintain dominance? The Ghanaian Times. Ghana set to roll out new SHS curriculum beginning 2024-2025 academic year. Money doubling tops offensive media content complaint list. NMC. VIP launches e-health project to improve service delivery. Inflation, burden, low economic growth, pushing more Ghanaians into poverty. World Bank. Daily Guide. 85% Ghanaians want free SHS maintained. Afrobarometer report. Anti-LGBTQ bill. AG files defense in 7 days. GMX set to transform Ghanaian music streaming. Bawumia will win 2024 election. Ahafu Chiefs. Stay of task force. Achim Kotoku State. The Insight. Brouhaha over Speaker's declaration of 4 vacant seats in Parliament. Supreme Court decision unconstitutional. Alan. Revealed. Contempt case over East Legon demolition has ties to Second Lady's family. Digitalization was there before you came. Address economic issues. ESSEC chases VIP Bawumia. Total integration of herbal medicine in National Health Scheme necessary, says Deputy Health Minister. The world has once again voted to end U.S. blockade against Cuba. The Informer. Bawumia secures driver's future as he unveils Go Right. Mohammed's indecent language. Vacant seats controversy. Supreme Court cut Speaker to size, says it has power to interpret Constitution. Elections 2024 about thumb, not guns. Arms Commission advises. Ghana proud of you. VIP hails IGP, describes him as visionary and a reformist leader. The Inquisitor. Tension at Kwewu as certain politicians move to oust Omahini. Election 2024 NMC to launch app to combat misinformation. Bawumia will work with chiefs and religious leaders to check moral decay. Napo. Second Lady's mom unmasked in contempt case over East Legon demolition. Grand Derby tomorrow to mark Ebri Ojira. The Herald. Akufo-Addo's France retirement home. Report engulf government as nation awaits fresh debate on ex gratia benefits. PDS. Ejapa. Sputnik V. National Cathedral scandals. Top Mohammed's list of corrupt cases to prosecute. More pressure on Speaker to reopen Parliament. VRA staff partially suspend action against Major Bill. Bawumia getting 500,000 votes in Volta region this year. Richard Ahiagba projects. Highlights of NDC and MPP manifestos on pensions and accommodation. The Daily Statesman. Government revamps Geological Survey Authority to broaden mineral resource exploration. Finance Minister assures businesses of adequate Bank of Ghana reserves to support seeding. Efri Akoto joins Baumia on Ashanti Region campaign trail. We will deliver some Agenda 111 hospitals before Akufo-Addo leaves office. Kozi begins new road construction project. The Daily Searchlight. MCE hot as concerned assembly members chase him over alleged diversion of donated items to NPP candidate. Alan Chermartin to shake Greater Accra with another Afrafranto mega victory walk on 2nd November. Suicide in the Lower Volta identified. Alan Chermartin, Child Supreme Court and Parliament. Ghana Tourism Authority honored at GOG Africa Festival of the Year of Return. Daily Post. Akufo-Addo Baumia government has been a horror movie. Ghanaians must end it, says Mahama. Ghana needs a leader who doesn't lie, and Mahama fits that bill. Professor Nana Jane. Supreme Court verdict disrespects the authority of Parliament. Ransford Jampo. Business and Financial Times. Power generation shortfalls impact domestic supply and exports. IES. GMX set to improve music streaming locally and internationally. VIP. Go right to transform transport sector. New SHS curriculum ready to roll out. Golden Bean Hotel named Best 3-Star Hotel. First Bank unveils new Friday wear cloth to promote unity and brand identity. And finally, the good old Catholic standard. Add human touch to health service. Bishop James Fee. Let your PhDs reflect in growth of humanity. Editorial. Give human face to SHS calendar. Priesthood is not for amassing wealth, and NDF calls for immediate peace in Boku as clashes escalate. And that's about it. For the front pages, we'll be back shortly.
Yo, guys, can you believe Momo is 15 years in Ghana? Really? Yes, it's been 15 years of Fatumi Phone Somame. Wow.
15 years of Shami Momo.
15 years of Loyazo.
15 years of I've paid the school fees.
Charlie, breaking news! Win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 rewards promo! Guy!
Just download the new My Momo app, transfer and make payment, and you could be one of the 15 people to win 15,000 cedis each, and one of the 150 people to win 1,500 cedis each. Hurry Ghana, download the new My Momo app and start getting rewarded today.
Yo, you download them. Download. I stop Vincent.
It is the Momo at 15 celebrations with MTN Momo. Pay faster, pay safer, pay easier, and just Momo it.
Look around. Home also need a makeover. Mine clearly does. So we went to Ashroom and found the Como collection. It had everything we're looking for and more. Matching furniture for the entire home, designed with you in mind.
Where's Como collection? Dressing up is just a breeze. Always ready with a perfect accessory.
A magic dressing mirror. One look and you're ready to face the world. Or at least the kids.
A bed perfect for young men who want
a table that turns into a treasure chest.
And finally, a sofa with this grand TV unit for family time at home.
Head over to any Ashphone store now and discover the new Como collection. Ashphone, feel it, know it.
Hey, Makasada!
Get ready.
Every objection against you is hereby dismissed.
For Impact 2024 with the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Reverend Dr. Eastwood Anaba, Apostle Joshua Selman, Apostle Isi Igeneba, Bishop Dr. Bernard Ojiri Asari, and Reverend Dr. David Entry, November 24th to December 1st, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. daily at Action Chapel International Prayer Cathedral, Dominion Arena. Impact 2024. Timely intervention. For inquiries or bars information, call 05 059-230-0069. Impact 2024.
Daddy, ure fifi SHS hon fa so amini junior. Yenya ya na SSC e bo ho ban.
Papa, akwan ni ayaresabia ahodo a ehye agenda 111 asinu so e. SSC e bo ya pomudi hu nyuma eni akwan so ho ban.
Afein so digitalization inti ejuma bebre beba amagana fo nyina.
Yo, when ye nyina da chen de ayemo ho ban.
Number 1.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia, number 1 on the ballot.
Ama, nansi mi cheno wo bin enko ye kwao. Ama ma ye bohu se kontomra akija.
Nansi me hu se mi nyo basi makura. Ama me kunu ni me into kwankwa. Oh you right. Enye mo ko. Give us JC lecture and the capsules. Aye num boom. En ho asem na mo kana. E boa emma ene meme nyina. Na ma wo ba ye obesima. Na be ma so aye be mesima. Ya, we be boa wo kunu. Ama ne giant sa wo de hye ne botum. Na wanyinya na ninti sese ne oyi chopwa. BC mixture and a capsule. Ashisa.
A pin for a batter, one more menu for one and Kwada if you do me.
Welcome to Rehoboth Palms, Ayemensa, where your future home is taking shape. Discover a community like no other, designed for families and individuals seeking comfort and connection. Enjoy a host of amenities, including a swimming pool, tennis courts, kids playground, and serene sitting areas, all designed for your enjoyment. Embrace the opportunity to be part of this vibrant community with flexible installment plans available. Your dream home is waiting at Rehoboth Palms, Ayemensa, where every moment is the promise of home and affordable luxury. Visit us today at 145 North Legon, Accra. Call us on +233 244 764 499 or +233 204 950 810. For our UK clients, you can reach us on +44 190 853 3149 or +44 791 737 6631 or visit www.rehobothpropertiesgh.com to learn more. A community like no other. Welcome to Rehoboth Ayemensa.
Imagine walking into a secure environment you call your own, a home where you are in charge of your own security. But while you dream of a brighter future, shadows could be lurking at your doorsteps and windows. With real-time alerts and a professional response team ready to act, your home is protected around the clock, whether you're away or asleep. Don't wait for safety. Create it. Installed by professionals, our systems integrate seamlessly into your home, guarding every nook and cranny. And with our rent-to-own plan, this unmatched security comes with no burdensome upfront cost. Enjoy your safety, payment at your own pace, and peace of mind. Plus, our theft guarantee protection ensures you're covered in case of any loss, giving you even more peace of mind. Secure your home with Home Shield. Make peaceful sleep a habit, knowing we stand guard. Response 1, protecting your world 24/7.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia, number 1 on the ballot.
Apomode wonsem yemfen diagro. Enunti nese wonom ede papa nko a. Exodus Moringa capsules
Any Exodus dandelion capsules. If you Exodus elusianum, never boa pomodin. And will be a wobbing and a bit to me up wow. Nanso, so we you two know, over to me on the marble. Never boa papa. So one num Exodus moringa capsules, ne Exodus dandelion capsules. A boa mamoja di a full sunny you. Nothing, a boost immune system no. Now quit ya wahoto. Meaning ye say, Nipa do drona nim ya moringa etumi ye. Na dandelion so ye nim. Enu nti me nkasa bebre. Enye ma pemfo. Ana abatan ya oma enifo. Ana abofra onya emfidumi. Exodus efu wadansi die dos.
You the answer to my prayer. You with me everywhere. You're my angel, miracle. You're all I need tonight. Give me shelter from the rain. You breathe life in me again. You're my angel, miracle. You're all I need to know tonight.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you can get 8K. Get back packing soon. Hey, wait.
You can put it on his tab. This is my man.
Good luck. Hey, yo, bill radio. We are star 712. It's much more follow. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. Now we try. You need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there are. Tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now with the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Papa Sammy, I beg if you find something small, give us.
Bro Sammy, you see, no be say boys no one do nothing and just they rely on handouts. Just no deal.
I understand your hassle. Hope they come. John Mama they come do the National Apprenticeship Program where he go sort you guys.
Brother Sammy, waiting be that.
John Mama no say no be everybody where won't work for office.
Like me.
That one day is true.
Under the National Apprenticeship Program, young men and women where they won't learn craft will be enrolled under the program and attached to a senior craftsman who will train them for free.
I beg you, mechanic day inside. Me like this, I don't want to learn mechanical, but the course no.
Mechanics day inside. Organizing, dressmaking, fabric making, catering, hairdressing, tiling, painting. What they even sweet about this whole thing is say when you plead, the NDC government go make sure say they go give you certificate where you go fit take go look for job anywhere.
That's free. Oh, that's be wonderful.
Another wonderful thing be say when you plead, the NDC government go set you up with startup capital and equipment to make sure you can start your own business.
Wow! I dey go shopping my town wait 7 December.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. And it's been an awesome journey with Momo from MTN. 15 years of ease, safety, and convenience. This is definitely worth celebrating. That's why the Momo at 15 Rewards is here with amazing cash prizes, just to say thank you. Send money to an MTN Momo user or make payments to an MTN Momo merchant at no cost whatsoever, only on MTN. So go and download My Momo on the App Store or Play Store to enjoy this. Just Momo it everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply. And Kel 360 toothpaste is approved by the Food and Drugs Authority, and it is the toothpaste that will take care of your entire family, and is also recommended for kids, for children, and for adults. So Kel 360 toothpaste provides you and your family with all-round dental protection throughout the day with freshness. Let your family be a proud family when they step out by constantly using Kel 360 toothpaste. It brightens your teeth, prevents cavity, and with its cool mint gives you fresh breath throughout the day and protects the gum from decaying. For consistency and quality, use Kel 360 toothpaste. It's another product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Sasos, available in all supermarkets, malls, and provision shops. You can call Samara Company on 0246 864 798. Kel 360 toothpaste, happy smile. Right, with me on the show this morning, I have the Vice Chairman of the Baumia 2024 campaign, Nana Akomia. Nana, good morning.
Morning.
I see.
We missed you last week.
Yes.
I understand you had gone to look for resources.
In this economy, you always have to.
Yeah. So you were in the States?
No. I was around. I was around surfing. Surfing. A couple of islands.
You had some islands too?
Oh, a couple of them.
There's quite a bit of money in this,
especially the newfound one.
Which one?
Oh, there's one that I see is the preferred destination. It's been the preferred destination the last 7 years or so.
What did you find there?
Oh, very interesting things.
You got something back?
A lot.
There's only 1 month left for the campaign.
We'll live beyond the campaign. Nice shirt anyway.
Oh, thank you. It's an NPP shirt.
Yes. I clearly can tell.
You should expect that it will be. This one that this man is putting on is totally overloaded with colors and all of that. You have to keep it simple and neat.
Okay. Also with me on the show this morning is the Member of Parliament for the Northern constituency. He's also the chairman of the Assurances Committee in Parliament. Chairman Samuel Kujatu Ablakwa.
Good morning, Doc. Good morning.
You mean they've not had a televised...
But you've been meeting?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. A lot of follow-ups. Reports are ready. Anytime Parliament resumes, we've also sent reminders. Your friends at the Minerals Commission are still dodging the committee. And I want to use this opportunity to remind them that you don't treat a parliamentary committee
that way. They haven't responded?
You don't treat a parliamentary committee that way. You remember, only this week, Steve Bannon was in the news when he disrespected a congressional committee.
Yes.
He was jailed for 40 days. Yeah. And he just came out this week. So people should be advised. You don't treat...
Just refresh our memories. What is the issue with the Minerals Commission?
This is a simple matter. Parliament has been working with data that they publish on their website. Data on the issuance of licenses, which we used here. Remember, I used that here. And then the Minerals Commission CEO shows up at our committee when we invited him. With a one-pager, no breakdown, totally contradicting what is on his own website, what he himself has published.
Oh, that matter.
Yes, that matter. And we asked for a breakdown because on your website, a copy of which I have here, we have all the details. We have the license code, we have the concession, we have the location, we have the kind of mineral that is being mined, we have the duration in the company, details, the company's directors, details provided on your website. Then you show up in Parliament with a one-pager and then get MPP propagandists to go all over the place, trying to portray me rather as a liar. And then I was surprised some media houses also fell for that one pager. When they should, at the very least, be questioning the Minerals Commission for their contradiction.
So you wrote to the Minerals Commission? So
we told him that we can't work with that one pager, which doesn't have the breakdown, the companies, the concessions, the kind of minerals, the duration, and all of that. So we wrote to them. Indeed, during the session, we asked that they provide a breakdown, which they duly agreed that they will. We gave them up to 14th October to do that. We are in November now.
So you wrote to them?
We wrote to them and gave them a deadline of up to 14th
And you
October.
specified what you wanted?
Exactly. Simple, just breakdown, like you have on your website.
Have they acknowledged receipt of your letter?
Verbally, they called to say that they will be working and making sure they comply.
Okay.
But the clerk has written again to them because they have failed to provide the deadline.
Okay.
We are going to pursue them until they provide the deadline. You see, this business of public institutions engaging in mere political propaganda to please the political echelons, those in power, would not be tolerated.
So in this instance, what can the committee do?
Oh, a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. They can be summoned
A committee has the powers of the High Court.
For contempt. Yes, we have the powers of the High Court.
Okay.
They can be held in contempt. They can be dragged to the committee can formally lodge a complaint to the Privileges Committee, and there are dire consequences.
I'm sure they will come. Don't worry.
So they have to. If they thought that they were going to show up in Parliament with one page,
but at least they could have
breakdown.
Nana,
and as we speak,
yes.
Even though he told us at the committee that they are trying to see how they can realign what is on their website, they have not been able to. You see,
so what's on their website now?
It's the same. It's the same
as
we have. Yes, it's the same as we printed out. It doesn't align with what that propaganda piece they sought to present.
So if you go on the site today,
yes,
this is what
it's the same. We've been tracking. Yes, as of yesterday, I tracked because I'm watching closely to see if there will be some, fidgeting, So we tracked yesterday. It's the same.
Okay.
So you see the consequences of these things. You just destroy your credibility. But Doc, talking about our institutions in this country letting us down. This morning, I am so depressed and horrified and frightened.
By what? And
This
about
state
what?
capture matter we have been talking about.
Lands.
The Lands Commission.
Again.
Doc, you won't believe what is going on. You recall that demolition that shocked the nation, the demolition of plot number 94 at North Labone, which belongs to former Ambassador J.B. Lomote.
Yes.
At the time, the Vice President's office was even linked because the gentleman who masterminded the demolition, according to the family, said he is chief and he's from the Vice President's office. He has contacts and he had military support, police support, brazenly demolished the residential property owned by the Lomotes in Labone, a property they have owned for more than 60 years. The Vice President's office, you recall, issued a statement saying that they know nothing about it and that they have asked the IGP to investigate. As usual, anytime this government, in a state capture matter, tells you that we've asked the IGP to investigate, that's it. The IGP, the Ghana Police Service, will not provide any updates. They hope that everybody will forget. But we have been doing some more parliamentary oversight, some more digging into this matter. And what is emerging is more shocking than the demolition, Doc. Let me read this letter from the Lands Commission, dated 5th September 2024, to the Managing Director of Dream Citrix Limited. We now know that the demolition was masterminded by a company known as Dream Citrix Limited. And Doc, please pay attention to this letter. without prejudice, dear sir, notice of withdrawal of lease granted to Dream Citrix Limited, land situate at Labone Residential Area, Accra. Reference is made to the above mentioned subject. The Lands Commission allocated this subject site to you as a replacement of an earlier offer made to you, which said allocation failed. However, having granted a lease over the subject site, it has come to our attention that the site forms part of the area managed by State Housing Company Limited, and same was allocated to Mr. J.B. Lomote, which same lease has been renewed by State Housing Company Limited for Ms. Esther Adote. In view of the above, the Lands Commission is withdrawing the lease dated 18th June 2024, made between the government and yourself over the subject site. And by this, we are notifying La Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly of the above decision to withdraw any statutory permit granted to you based on the lease. The office, however, further informs you that the options available to you is that either a replacement of land, when available, over an unencumbered land of similar value, or any statutory fees paid in relation to the subject site will be refunded accordingly. Yours faithfully, and this is signed by Timothy Anyidoho, Regional Lands Officer. Copied to the Managing Director, State Housing Company Limited, Accra. The Ms. Esther Adote, the Divisional Commander, Ghana Police Service, the Municipal Chief Executive, La Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly, the Municipal Engineer, La Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly, and the Municipal Planner, La Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly. Doc, how on earth did the Lands Commission not carry out any due diligence? The Lands Commission of Ghana, they didn't know that that property, number 94 North Labone, is a State Housing Company property which they have leased legitimately to Ambassador Lomote's family. The Lands Commission and the State Housing Company are not in communication. All the noise being made about digitalization, we are to believe that there is a Chinese war between the Lands Commission and the State Housing Company. Now in this letter, Doc, Lands Commission is virtually saying that we made a mistake, that we should not have granted you this lease.
But how can you give something that you don't have?
I mean, incredible. Incredible. And you know what is happening? This letter does not address compensation.
So on the so hold on a bit. So you're saying that the Lands Commission allocated a property.
Yes. That does not belong to them.
That does not belong to them, to a company.
Yes. Dream Citrix.
And that company, on the basis of that allocation, went to demolish somebody's house.
Yes, they just demolished it.
With military and police.
Yes. And you know, I have another letter here, dated 29 August 2024, from the La Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly. Regional Commander, Ghana Police Service, addressed to them. Dear sir, request for police assistance. The La Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly has issued a demolition permit to Dream Citrix based on the presentation of required documents by the applicant. So with this, the Lands Commission letter, they then went to La Dade Kotopon for a demolition permit.
Okay.
Dream Citrix intends to carry out the demolition works on Saturday, 31st August 2024, under the supervision of the Works Department. Regulation 45 of Building of Regulations 2022 LI 2465. On this note, we would like to request for police assistance for our staff who will supervise the demolition of the structures. Please find attached Dream Citrix documents submitted to us for permit. And this is signed by Engineer Maxwell Edubuati. And with this, this is what they showed to the family, asked all of them to move out. No notice was even given them to even pack their valuables. And they proceeded to demolish the property in 4 hours. La Dade Kotopon is telling us, per this letter, that La Dade Kotopon 2, after all these years, 60 years of collecting property rates, they didn't know that that building belongs to State Housing. That letter they were relying on from Lands Commission was valueless and baseless and fraudulent and dubious. Now, as we speak, Only last week, this poor family decides to erect a wall, pardon me, on their land, because it's not bare land, but at least they want to protect it. Will you believe that these same Dream Citrix guys moved in last week to demolish the wall?
Just last week.
Just last week. That's why I tell you I'm horrified.
When is the Lands Commission letter dated? The
5th September 2024.
About a month ago?
Yeah, more than a
2
month
months
ago.
ago.
Yes.
So are they,
and they are still acting with
and
Dream Citrix is still acting with impunity. And I've seen videos of the directors of Dream Citrix with the vice president and the second lady. The directors are Ken Ajimambedu, Cynthia Ajimambedu, Neil Ante Kwakupon, acting with impunity.
Now, when you say you've seen them with the vice president, what does it mean? You saw them demolishing?
No, there's some relationship. There's this close proximity. I'm still investigating that. That is why, you know, the guy, the Ken Ajimambedu chief, flaunts that. And that's what he's using to intimidate the family. That he is connected. He has links. Then he shows them the videos. How they party together and they are in Sonam and all of that. I can show you those videos. I'll forward them to you. I'll forward them to Nana. And using that to intimidate this poor family. Last week, only last week. I'll share the videos with you. I've shared it with your producer. At least they want to salvage what is left. Nobody now is telling them about compensation, how they will get their 2-story property back. They are erecting a wall. They go and demolish the wall. Look, this company, Dream Citrix, have more documents. They went to court when this matter broke. Dream Citrix versus Sylvester Davis Eshen, the grandson of Ambassador Lomote, the late Ambassador Lomote. When the documents were filed by Sylvester Davis Eshen, including this document I have here from the State Housing Company, signed by Edward Y. Iwa, head of estates, to the registrar, High Court, Accra. Dear Sir or Madam, plot number 94, North Laboni Housing Estate. We write to inform and confirm that plot number 94, North Laboni Estate, originally in the name of J.B. Lomote, has been vested in the names of his lawful beneficiaries as per his will. The renewal of the lease of the property is underway and will be concluded soon, because payments have been made for the renewal. And yours faithfully, Edward Y. Iwa. When these documents were filed, the Dream Citrix guys withdrew the case. I have the court documents here, dated 11th October 2024, only last month. Notice to withdraw the application. Dream Citrix versus Sylvester Davis Eshen. Then the judge, Kenneth Edem Kujoji, the Justice of the High Court, rules by court, this application is struck out as withdrawn. So there is absolutely no basis. They could not even pursue their claims because Lands Commission.
They went to demolish last week.
And yet only last week, they are harassing the family. Look, there are 5 other families who have come to see me in that same Laboni Cantonment's enclave. The same characters, same modus operandi.
That's what almost happened to GIS.
That's exactly what happened to GIS. So what's going on in this country? Are we in a jungle or what? Are we in a jungle? Look, Ghana Police Service, who continue to offer protection to Dream Citrix, including last week's unlawful demolition of their wall. Their lawyers, the lawyers of the family, have reminded the Ghana Police Service of a complaint they filed. I have that petition here, dated 11th October 2024. The Director, Criminal Investigations Department, Ghana Police Service, Headquarters, Accra. Read, petition to the Inspector General of Police, request for investigation against Dream Citrix Limited, and notice to commence legal action. We write as solicitors for the J.B. Lomote family, hearing after called our client, and as regards the above mentioned subject. We are informed by our client that by a letter dated 4th September 2024, they made complaints to you concerning the unlawful demolition of the family's property situated at North Laboni, Accra by Dream Citrix Limited. Since the complaint was made, we are informed by the client that the police has failed to give the case the required attention. Until date, an investigator has not been appointed for the complaint filed by our client. The above notwithstanding, Dream Citrix Limited has rather been using the police apparatus to harass the family and continues to unlawfully enter the land. Our client deems this development as unfortunate, as it is apparent that the police service is openly supporting the persons who have defiantly demolished the family's property. The directors of Dream Citrix Limited are Kembedi Akun Ajimambedu, Cynthia Ajimambedu, and Neil Adekwakupon. The mobile contacts are the provider. I will not provide that on air for privacy issues. For ease of reference, we have attached the company's profile and writ of summons issued by Dream Citrix Limited, confirming that the company did the demolition. Our clients hereby request that an investigator be assigned to the complaint, lodged for investigations to commence. This letter also serves as a formal notice of our client's intention to commence legal action against the police service for its role in the unlawful demolition of the building, counting on your usual cooperation. And this is from the Chambers, Roman Levy and Associates. Look, what's going on in this country? Meanwhile, the Ghana Police Service, by the Vice President's statement of Friday, September 6, 2024, I have a copy here, signed by Gideon Bwako. Let me read that statement. Rejoinder, alleged involvement of Vice President's office in property demolition at Cantonments and Labone. The Office of the Vice President has taken notice of news items alleging unlawful entry and demolition of some properties in the Cantonments and Labone areas. The perpetrators of these acts are alleged to have indicated that they are from the Vice President's office. We wish to place on record that the Vice President or his office does not have any interest in any property in the Cantonments and Labone areas where such acts are alleged to have occurred. Also, no officer, agent, or assigned has been directed by the Vice President or his office to secure and or interfere in any matter pertaining to lands or properties in the Labone and Cantonments areas. We call on the IGP and the police hierarchy to collaborate with the victims to apprehend the perpetrators for the necessary legal action. We are by this release calling on the general public to treat as false any information contrary to the position stated above. Signed, Gideon Bwako, PhD. This is since Friday, September 6, 2024.
So my question...
The people have not been apprehended.
So my question is that...
No report to the public.
My question is that...
And these guys are still marauding.
So Sammy,
demolishing walls, demolishing properties.
Sammy, my question is that the police...
Yes.
Had a request from a group.
Yes.
With this Lada de Kotopon assembly letter.
Yes.
Requesting for police assistance.
Yes, to go and demolish.
So the police is aware.
Yes.
Of those who requested for the assistance to go and do the demolition. As the police telling us that they are unable to find the same people who sought the assistance to go and demolish.
Yes. And who last week they offered protection to go and demolish the wall. So this is the second demolition by these guys. When they have withdrawn their court case, the Lands Commission has said that, look, we made a mistake. We should have checked with State Housing Company. So we are withdrawing this lease.
But what kind of mistake is this?
I mean, it's a cock and bull story, of course. We know that. They were hoping that this, they were hoping that the family would not. Yes.
Story building.
Two-story building
was pulled down.
Pulled down because of mistake by our institutions. Lands Commission. A property that doesn't belong to you.
Claim is a mistake.
That's what they are claiming. They didn't talk to State Housing Corporation. And Doc, you see why we have been struggling in Parliament over the last 3 years when we asked for the full list of state properties from the Lands Minister, from the Works and Housing Minister. You see why we are struggling? I am convinced that it's deliberate not to provide the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana with information on the state of our national assets, of landed properties, of bungalows. I mean, it's such a jungle. It's so chaotic. It's a total mess. And this is an era where digitalization is being touted, that has made such a huge difference, and with a click of a button, we can know what is going on. And you have this injustice, this impunity reigning supreme, total impunity. I mean, what's going on in this country? What's going on in this country? When are we going to stop this injustice? And look, I've been looking into Dream Citrix. Hurriedly incorporated when the MPP came into power on 15 September 2017. No track record, and suddenly they are so powerful. Whatever they want, they point to a building, Lands Commission rights, give it to them. What makes them so powerful? And why is Lands Commission appearing so let me control my language. Why?
Anyway,
yeah,
it's 5 weeks too short a time for you to go and change things under Lands Commission.
Well, I'm happy that the Vice President's office has debunked this attempt to link the Vice President's office to this matter of land. Why is the Vice President's office going to get involved in this? What was the Vice President going to gain in some land cantonments? So I'm happy that it's been debunked. But Randy, this business of this disorder, let me just leave it at, in the land acquisition and land tenure is real.
It's not deliberate.
Yes, but if it's deliberate, we should be able to find where the deliberation is coming from and deal with it. In this particular case, like you said, there's an application to Ladade Kotopon that we've acquired this land, this is our documents from Land Commission, and so give us a permit. And according to Okujeto, the permit was granted. So there's official documentation to trace, you see. And Land Commission has admitted that we did wrong. So which official at Land Commission gave out the land to these people without double checking? Or was it deliberate that they did so? And if the police...
So for those who are watching, that's we'll take you back and you see the property that was demolished at Laboni. So that's it. This is what was left of the building. Yes.
So if Land Commission has admitted that they made a mistake, which official or officials at Land Commission made a mistake? Those officials should be hauled before the proper authorities. They probably even misled the police, let's say in this case, because they had some document from Land Commission which they used to obtain a demolition permit, and obviously they used those same documentation to get a police cooperation and so on. So these people can be traced, particularly the people at Lands Commission who have been negligent, because you are giving away land that doesn't belong to you, you know. And I'm sure if you went into it, you'll find out that this is willful negligence. And Samuel Kujeto bringing in digitalization and so on. Digitalization is real.
Lands Commission, State Housing Corporation, they can't communicate.
No, obviously.
We should see the impact of the digitalization.
Obviously, somebody deliberately, well, you can see it's deliberate. Because digitalization is real and is impacting on people's lives. You can't wish it away. It's there. The impact is being felt.
By the Lomote family, yeah, they are feeling the impact.
No, this is clearly a deliberate, willful action by an official.
So who is going to compensate the family?
Can I? This is clearly a willful action by a public official who should be fished out and dealt with. If you are not careful and you try and make it political, the case will not go anywhere. You see, because clearly from what you yourself have said, there's some willful negligence on the part of a public official who gave documents of possession to somebody, who then used those documents to get a permit from an official institution, LADMA, Lada de Kotopon, and probably used those documents to get a police cooperation. So we can easily trace where the negligence is coming from. It's got nothing to do with digitalization, because as we speak, when you bring it in, you mess up your case. digitalization is real. As we speak, people are enjoying from interoperability. People are able to renew their health insurance cards sitting in their rooms. They don't need to travel to go and queue for days. Your old place at Salam Down, there was a particular street. You couldn't drive on that street in the morning. Every time it was choked because the queues had spilled onto that road. Now you don't have to do that. You can pay your electricity, buy your electricity. So digitalization is real and it's impactful. It's got nothing to do with somebody's deliberate action. But you see, like I said, this land thing, it's something that we must deal with. Beyond this case, Randy, all of us know of cases where people that we know complain that some people have come and are using strong-arm methods to drive them away from their lands and so on. A neighbor of mine that I jog with was telling me this last week that they have some land somewhere further down the Spintex also, and they have title. And there were some earlier disputes, and they went to the courts, and the court ruled in their favor. It is on the basis of that they got title. And the land has been there for like 10 years. Recently, they say somebody has come and using the police to take possession of their land. They've gone to the regional police command in Accra, shown them the court documents, the court judgment, shown them their title. And yet still they don't see the necessary protection that they deserve. So they mentioned this to me, and I said that I have to take some time and follow up, and that they should bring me copies of the court judgment and the land title and so on. But citizens need to feel protected. Particularly this land matter. Understand is this Legon is so rampant. In this Legon is the strong arm. Strong arm, the person who gets there first, or the person who is able to get some police protection. It cannot go on. It cannot go on. And
Chado is the latest.
Yeah, it's the latest.
The people who are holding title.
And
Takashi and using state.
Yeah, I have a petition from Chado.
State security and all those things too.
And how did they procure state security? So,
may I say, Nana, some of these land things, if for nothing at all, if I have the opportunity of a privilege to help people who have been affected by this, I will assist them with the necessary court order to pull down even skyscrapers that have been built on those lands. Yes.
Impunity.
To serve as a deterrent to people who would think that political power can be used to take people's lands from them.
You can identify the people?
Oh yes. I mean that people, we must stop this thing. That when people think that they have proximity to political power, they can use that to forcibly take away people's thing, get security people to.
And who are these people?
Oh, they are there. They have proximity to power. They are either inside
who are they?
But you see the dream
Okay,
citrix.
I mean, sorry. Sorry?
In this case, we know them, and yet...
Who are they? Who are the
Dream Citrix, the directors are Ken Ajimambedu, Cynthia Ajimambedu, Nilante Kwakupon.
Who are they?
And yet, the police will not arrest them.
So...
Now, me, Randy, if today, I went to demolish somebody's property.
Oh, you're finished.
You think that I will be arrested?
You're finished.
Me, today. I'll be arrested under 5 minutes.
No, I don't think so.
You're finished.
What?
Even your gamma agitators will not come.
But listen, Randy, if there are people who are using some connection, shouldn't we name them and get the matter dealt with? Obviously, you know some of those.
Look, we've seen a lot of newspaper publications. And admittedly, it's not something that started with this MPP government. It's not something that started today. People using influence and political power and whatever to do it. But the rates where we have reached now.
Randy, we have to look for a solution. You know some of these people.
I think the solution will be that eventually, when these persons, because you see, I'm convinced that in as far as this their political influence or whatever is intact, nobody is able to do anything to them. And that is what has led to the level of impunity, where they are now even doing more.
Okay.
I think that a day must come when some of these properties they've put up, thinking that when you build overnight and you reach somewhere, nobody can do anything. That a day must come where, in the full glare, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, demolitions are done.
We set an example.
Yes.
I agree.
And that will serve as a deterrent.
But in addition to that, the officials at the Lands Commission
who will do these things.
But Randy,
we must set examples with them.
Randy, I want us to make progress. You know some of these people. You do. Even if you can't, you don't want to mention their names here, we should find a way of getting some of these names so we can start the proper inquiry.
The police are aware. There are many newspaper publications to this effect. There are many television and radio broadcasts to this effect.
And they mentioned
the names are mentioned. It's the police. There are loads of these cases.
Just look at the vice president's statement instructing the police to take action.
And
up to now, no action. They are still protecting these guys. Only last week they went to demolish the wall.
You even mentioned the East Legon one. The one that involved
Kennedy J.
a member of the
brother.
That person and then those allegations. Holding press conferences, doing this, even having party people issue statements asking for some truths and something to be reached. The information is out there.
It's out there.
It's unfortunate that Parliament is at the end of. But you see, these are the issues where the country will benefit from parliamentary oversight. These are some of the issues. Because it's within Parliament's right to summon the security architecture, the police, the national security, and have an open hearing and go into these matters.
So then
you see, this is
Sami just told us, and we are aware that questions have been asked on the floor, as you advocate for. Ministers have come. They have told Parliament something. Parliament is waiting for documentation. We are about rounding up 8 years. Even for this country to account for its own assets. 8 years now.
We don't know where our public lands are.
But that is
what is left.
That is
where
the point I am making. Sami is claiming that.
See the place now, bare land. That's the place.
Can I finish? Sami is claiming that the Minister of State is supposed to provide some information.
This looks like the AU village area. Is that there?
There's Labone. Labone near the Southbridge area.
Oh, okay. That area too. It's all gone.
It's all gone. And it's the same guys.
All gone.
I know of 5 other.
Recently, I think there was one that involved a security, family of a security, police or soldier or something.
They
came there to block that Southbridge line.
I told you there are 5 other families who have come to see me. Now,
Randy, my point is, look, Sami, you are making my point. And it's a point of deep regret for me. You say a Minister of State has been requested to provide information to Parliament. And he has refused.
He says we should give him time. That is an onerous assignment. So he needs time, so we should give him up to end of this year.
And Parliament cannot do anything about it.
Well,
the minister takes 10 years.
Well, the Assurances Committee invited him. And,
you see, because...
he said he still needs more time.
You see, because this impunity, like you are saying, people who believe they have political connections, both NDC time and PP time, and flaunting these political connections. Parliament is the place to deal with them. Because of political connections, they know this person, that person is their friend. Parliament is the place to deal with them. That is why I was excited when you had this Parliament. I told you that this is when Parliament is going to come into its own. You like this, you've always advocated that Parliament is weak because half the executive comes from Parliament. And I say I don't agree. I believe that even if you remove that provision and the executive didn't need to take people from Parliament, once they belong to the same party, you will still have a certain weakness in terms of living up to the mandate of Parliament. But Parliament to come into its own when different parties control Parliament as against the executive.
Show me the previous picture. Just to let our viewers, the previous picture, the previous one.
Which one?
The previous one. The house. So this is the house.
Yeah, this is the house.
This was the house.
Yeah.
This was the house.
It's all gone.
And on the basis of that Lands Commission thing,
so-called Lands Commission.
This was the house. This is the house they had
nice
and
house.
they were living in.
Yeah.
Now this is what has been left of the house.
No,
this
was during the demolition. It's now bare land.
Now zero.
Ground zero.
Okay. But Randy,
bare land.
This
they
house.
are building a wall too last week. They've gone to demolish.
Well, but you have said that Land Commission have said they made a
Yes,
mistake.
5th September.
So how do the people still go and demolish the wall?
It's mind-boggling.
With police.
With police. The police who have been petitioned.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
That now lawyers have to write to the police.
So is this the place now?
Yes, that's the
So it's now ground zero.
Ground zero. That's a little debris left on the land. That's it.
How?
Yeah. Who is going to compensate this one?
How?
Okay,
how can you have this happening?
Why? So Samuel Kujeto. So Lekma, is it Ladma?
Ladma.
Yes, Ladma.
When the people applied for a permit to demolish, and they went, obviously they would have gone to the site, and they saw that house which has been habited.
Yes.
They didn't speak to the occupants.
No.
Before
Shocking.
they gave the demolition.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I mean,
that I will walk to if I were to walk to Ladma.
Yeah.
And I give them
a Lands Commission
document. I said I want a demolition order.
Yeah.
They will prepare it immediately.
Within 2 days. Within 2 days.
So, but
29th August to 31st.
You see, I want us to make headway. So obviously, somebody at Ladma is my place.
Yes. Ladma.
Somebody at Ladma
and Lands Commission
who signed onto this demolition document can be identified.
Engineer Maxwell Edubuating, head of works,
can be identified. He need to show us the processes he went through before giving this demolition order. And then they use this request for police assistance.
Yeah.
So they said that look, that the Kotopon has issued the demolition order, request police assistance. And then the person at Land Commission, who without due diligence, let's say, given the benefit.
Timothy Anyidoho.
So these two officials, we should start from there. We should start from there. We should start from there.
Because you live in a country like this.
Because if you look at
No, they were living there with their cars.
This is the house.
They didn't even give them notice.
Beginning of this year, they were living in this house.
Anyway, so we have...
And there are many like this in the same
The same. I tell you, 5 families are in talks with me now. Same
And you say, who are these dream... They are the people doing
Dream
demolition in that whole area?
Yeah, they are doing other demolitions. Dream Citrix, yeah. I mean, this is how they are fulfilling their dreams.
This thing is easy to get to the bottom of it because we have official documents from all over.
Look, if there's no complicity, you can never have these things happening.
Never.
You can't have these things happening.
Well, we'll be able to expose the complicity when we start hauling the people up.
Anyway.
I mean, this should not be done.
Nana, let's take a break. When we return, I see you've been making notes.
Oh, no, I was just making notes on
all right. Okay, so we'll be back shortly.
Guys, so I got this app. It's called Ayoba. It's a chat app that helps me with beauty tips and cooking tips. A super app that feeds me music and the latest sports content. I even use it for my studies. And the good news is, I don't need to use my data bundle because I'm on MTN. Charlie, the app just did be.
Ayoba, the all-in-one app that lets you chat, call, read, play, pay, and listen. Use Ayoba at no data cost on MTN. Download Ayoba now.
I live at Angloga and I had my basic education at Way, a town in the Volta region of Ghana. When I was at JHS, It wasn't easy for me when it comes to my financial aspect because my mom is a seamstress and as well as a trader, and my dad engages in farming activities. But God being so good, the government of Ghana brought up this free SHS policy. So I'm so happy that the government have brought up this policy that is making me also to have access to secondary education. One day I would like to become like the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia. That is, I want to become an economist. He is my role model because I believe he has been one of the best economists ever in the world.
Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Bawumia #1 on the ballot.
Experience the enhanced protection of Star Motor Third Party Extra from Star Assurance, an enhanced motor third-party insurance policy that provides cover for loss or damage to your vehicle's windscreens, side mirrors, back glass, and other glass components. Whether it's a crack or major damage, you can drive with the assurance that your vehicle is well protected. Our commitment to you includes affordable coverage options and a claims process that is both fast and straightforward, so you spend less time dealing with paperwork and more time on the road. Also, we have proudly partnered with Hope for Little Lives, an organization dedicated to supporting children in need. By choosing Star Motor Third Party Extra, you're protecting your vehicle and making a positive impact. Every policy you buy helps bring joy and support to children in underserved communities. Reach out to us now on our toll-free numbers 0800-177-177 or 0302-245-906 to sign up. Let us help you drive with peace of mind and purpose. Star Motor Third Party Extra. Drive with confidence, give back with heart.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Bawumia #1 on the ballot.
Using Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture, brought to you by Koa Research and Manufacturing Limited Company, proudly made in Ghana. Formulated to support your general well-being. For those seeking immune system support, there is Koa Plus Mixture. Support your body's defenses and stay strong. When it comes to combating malaria, Koa MT Mixture will aid your treatments. For effective relief from malaria symptoms, try Koa MT Mixture. Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture are not recommended for pregnant women, lactating mothers, and children under 12 years. Always take a malaria test before using Koa MT Mixture. Choose Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture for your health needs. Available now at pharmacies nationwide. For bulk purchases, contact 0244-726611 or 0591-565-778. This advert is
Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath.
I'm a fat missy way.
The patch of Bantama.
Matias.
It's her smile. The fresh breath.
Me, Jidi said we use to Kel 360 toothpaste. Some kind.
Kel 360 toothpaste.
That's Kia. Kel 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector.
Onim Jom Kasa. Kile Hossein. Kel 360 did the way. It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
You will see so feeling to Kel 360 toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Kel 360 toothpaste, anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath. Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Now let me tell you why you should choose Safari Valley as your conference destination.
The new conference building combines modern amenities with the tranquility of nature, providing the perfect backdrop for your next seminar and corporate retreat.
The only conference destination with so many activities. You don't have to travel to visit your tennis club, the gym, or the stables. They have it all.
Enjoy this rooftop viewing deck, basking in the sunlight with the sight of wild animals roaming freely in their natural habitat.
At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
It's a unique experience that sparks creativity and rejuvenates the mind.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Bawumia #1 on the ballot.
What's up?
How far with your internship?
To be honest, I'm so nervous about starting this new role on Monday.
Oh, please. I know you'll be great at it. You should be worried about what benefits they have. Example, do they have health insurance?
I doubt they will have that for interns. But no shaking. I have NHIs already.
After you on a line, ting.
Ina, look at you. What are you going to do in your office when you can just download the app to register for an NHIs membership?
Yes, my people. You heard right. You can now download and register your membership on my NHIS app. No long queues or tedious paperwork. All you need is your Ghana card to register for yourself and for others. Once you register, you get a new digital NHIS card on your phone. My NHIS app gives you access to credentialed health facilities and services across the country. NHIS covers over 95% of disease conditions in Ghana. Access to healthcare just got easier.
Now let me sign up quickly. Please, Seth, I'm starting work next month.
The luckiest.
*712#.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you get an 8K. Get that packing from your book, man. One line. Hey, wait.
You go put it on his tab. This is my man.
Good luck.
Hey, go bill ready.
We are *712#.
Put your phone.
I'm on dialing the magic numbers. *712#. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Aww.
Let me choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4.
Now we need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets.
I'm choosing random ticket.
Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there we are. Tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. T&Cs apply.
My life wasn't always like this. I worked in a bank and had money in bonds to cushion me for the future. Then, with a stroke of a pen, my life was destroyed. My bank was part of the 420 financial institutions which the MPP government recklessly collapsed. What was to become the life of the workers? No one in this insensitive government cared. And suddenly, I was jobless. Their incessant borrowing also led to a debt restructuring program that affected me, and just like that, a significant portion of my lifetime investment vanished. Even worse, my lifetime savings from 30 years of hard work has been rendered useless due to the continuous depreciation of the city and extremely high cost of living in the country. Now, look at me. The fruits of my toil and sweat have all gone down the drain because of bad leadership. What to eat with my children is even a struggle. God, help me and the many who share in my pain. Let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. Change must come.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama at the NDC.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Still with me on the show, I have Nana Komia and Samuel Kujato at Blackwell. But as the proud official global betting partner of Arsenal, Betway is bringing you way more with a new fan exclusives page. Place any bet on Arsenal, and you'll stand a chance to win exciting monthly prizes from a range of Arsenal jerseys to memorabilia and more. Not only that, you also stand a chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime play on the pitch experience at the Emirates Stadium. Competition ends on 31st of January 2025. This is exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet a responsible way. Betway, get way more. Okay. So, I see front page of the Daily Guide. I want us to look at the Afrobarometer report. So it's 85% Ghanaians want free SHS maintained. Afrobarometer report. And Ebenezer Mponsan reports that the latest Afrobarometer report has revealed that 85% of Ghanaians express widespread support for continuation of a free senior high school policy, including other key government initiatives aimed at improving the lives of Ghanaians. And the report released yesterday by the Pan-African Survey Network also showed 81% want government to continue with the planting for food and jobs. 71% want one district, one factory, while 60% want government's one village, one dam policy to continue. The Afrobarometer team in Ghana, led by the Ghana Center for Democratic Development, CDD, said the team interviewed a national representative sample of 2,400 adults, Ghanaians, in August 2024 with a sample size that yields country-level results with a margin of error of plus or minus 2 percentage points. It also said 41% of Ghanaians mentioned unemployment as the most frequently cited problem that needs to be addressed by government, followed by infrastructure, 38%, and healthcare, 33%. Okay. Now, 79% of Ghanaians want e-levy to be scrapped. 70% of Ghanaians say they or someone in their household went without a cash income at least once during the previous year. Reporting of shortages of medical care, 54%, water, 44%, food, 44%, cooking fuel, also 42%. When it comes to government economic performance, less than 20%, in fact, 19% rate government positively on managing the economy. So 81% do not think that the economy has been managed properly. 81%. Now, in terms of improving, creating jobs, 82% believe that government has not done well when it comes to job creation. 82%. When it comes to improving living standards of the poor, 83%. When it comes to narrowing the gaps between rich and poor, 89%. And keeping prices stable, 92% believe that that has not been done by government. And the report revealed that although unemployment was a priority for Ghanaians amid strong support for key government initiatives, only 4% of Ghanaians considered wages and income, while 5% considered crime and security as the most important problems for them. So this is actually what it is. Round 10 was launched in January 2024. Previous surveys were conducted in Ghana in 1999, 2002, 2005, 2008, 2012, 2014, 2017, 2019, and 2022. So this is the latest of all of this. Anna?
Yeah. Well, Afrobarometer, I think they've been quite consistent and regular in doing these perception surveys, and we must commend them for the work that they've been doing consistently. I am surprised at the acceptability of the free SHS. 82% wanting it to continue. It's quite, and it's a testimony to the efforts of government to provide free SHS to Ghanaian children. The rest of it, the bad economy, the over 80% perceive the economy to be bad, over 80% perceive jobs, cost of living, and so on. That is also to be expected. I mean, if they had said that the cost of living was not an issue, I'd have been surprised, because the cost of living is an issue. I mean, we're going through an economic crisis. We are just barely coming out of it. But we all know in the period, especially since 2020, 2021, we've been badly hit. And we've suffered a lot of economic turmoil. There's no debate about it. The government has admitted so, and the government is doing what it can to take us out. These days, the growth rate is showing some positivity. Look, inflation went up to 54. You know, it's still around 20 or so. It's still not a good figure. And because wages haven't risen to that, job creation is a problem. The economy is not expanding as fast as the demand for young people for jobs are concerned. And it's been with us for a long time. So I expect this to reflect in a perception survey that has been done.
Now, how do you with the analysis you've made, over 80% also believe that the country is in the wrong direction. How do you juxtapose that?
Well, if 80% believe the economy is bad, and over 80% believe job creation is not good, and 80% cost of living, definitely it will reflect in the direction that they think. And if you look
it's consequential.
It's consequential. If you look at the Afrobarometer, and I have it here, if you look at Afrobarometer in 2014, 2015, it's the same. Same percentages about perception of the economy, the government's performance, job creation is the same. And even then, it was the same percentages, the government running the economy. And if you Google Afrobarometer 2014, 2015, you will see. Now that we are even in such, the post-COVID and post-COVID, you even expect it to be much more. So the focus for me that the NPP in particular has to try is to show a way out of the economy, the job situation, and the cost of living during the campaign, because you don't also want this to reflect too much on the campaign. And I believe that the message that Dr. Bawumia is communicating to the people about how to revive the economy and how to create jobs. On Sunday, he's going to have a major youth outreach where he's going to outline his job creation agenda from next year. And then he's also going to talk about the cost of living, how he's going to address it, the cost of living and so on. But this perception from...
Where? Is it a virtual thing?
No.
Or it's at the venue?
It's at the venue.
Here in Accra?
But it's going to be on all media.
But it'll be here in Accra? With an audience?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so what is for me is essential is, so we are leading up to the election, is how, for both parties, to show a clear vision, communicate a clear path out of these difficulties. But I would have been surprised if the figures had been any different. We all know that we are just coming out of economic turmoil. We all know that the job situation has been bad for a long time. And these were some of the main reasons why President Mahama lost. And they are still persisting, especially at this time with COVID and so on. So for me, we now need to project a way out. But clearly, these figures are not unexpected. The new one is the free SHS, which seems to have a wide acceptability, over 80%. And so going forward, we need to strengthen it and make it mainstream it even more forcefully. And I'm happy that both parties both parties want to take it further. I don't believe the NDC, President Mahama's claim that maybe he's been forced to change direction, but clearly it didn't look like free SHS was safe in his hands. Now he says that to be safe I don't believe it. If you look at some of the other pronouncements that he makes, that if he had the kind of money that had gone into free SHS, he isn't going to put it into free SHS. And if you look at the sentiments that he had expressed prior, you could see that it's a bit shaky. But he says that he will try and maintain it. Let's see how it goes. But clearly, it's something that Ghanaians have accepted, and no political party or government can ignore it.
Right. Now, Sammy, before we go, Makoyobo on the issue of the land, he says something for our Friday. He says that the Lands Commission in 2012 had parts of its building on fire, although they said 99% of documentation were saved. I am assuming the 1% had a low motives documentation among the bench.
That's a good one.
So if you don't have documentation, how do you sell?
Yes, how do you sell?
Yes. So,
and there was a fire at Ladade Kotopon as well.
No, Ladade Kotopon, they were acting on the land commission.
This country.
No, Ladade Kotopon. From what you said, they were acting on the lands commission.
But ideally, every assembly must have, especially built properties. If you have state, let's say SHC owns this property.
You should have that. Yeah, you should have that.
The assembly must have that.
Exactly.
But listen, that's a very important point. Yes. The assemblies must have
documentation.
Ownership documentation on every property in the assembly.
Yes, because they go around collecting property rates and all of that. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They do. They write to me.
Yeah.
They write to me all the time.
Yes.
Okay. So they must have records of every property in the assembly. They must have.
And yet within 2 days, as soon as this dream secretary shows up, they immediately this guy, engineer Maso, do boating. Within 2 days, quickly issues.
My wife's
go ahead. Police
EPA,
give them protection.
My wife's EPA permit
to demolish.
EPA permit is over a year. The permit hasn't come. Over almost 2 years. They've still not concluded that. So she has not been able to start whatever she wants to construct on her land. But somebody can get a demolition
permit. 2 days.
Why do you think it's so? Why do you think this situation?
Connection. High connection.
I mean, I'm a nobody, so.
It's not,
but I'm surprised. I thought that the wife of the Gamma will be accorded all curtains. You know. I'm surprised that Dream Citrix appears more powerful than you in Accra.
Maybe I should go behind them.
this business of connection doesn't come in, because if you are talking about connection, Chief.
Can I go and use your name this afternoon?
Okay. I had some story that you have this land somewhere.
Yes.
And you haven't developed it.
Yes.
I don't know if that's the land your wife wants to.
No. That's our own land. Yes.
I understand somebody went there. You have bought it. It was going to be sold. And then the family had taken him there and all of that, and they were just going to look at it and do the and start. They've agreed on the price. He was going to pay the next day. And then some neighbor told him, "Oh, Chief, this land is for Randy Abu." Hey!
And there was pandemonium. They were running away.
Let me bring you in on the program.
So, but you are lucky. You are lucky. It wasn't Dream Citrix. You know, they will have gone ahead. They are connected in high places. They have principalities in high places.
Randy has an uncle in La. I was going to say Labadi. Randy has an uncle in La called Big Boy.
He's passed on.
He's passed on. This is my friend.
Niyabu.
They said
the son of Kojo Sadi.
Rollins and I think the PNDC time they had seized some of his property, father's property also. In the dying days of the PNDC, he took a bulldozer himself.
Yes.
So there's a certain tradition in when a gentleman heard that the land belongs to Randy, he didn't even go to inquire. He just said, "Hey, let me run away."
Yes, I'm very tired.
Doc, this Afrobarometer Round 10 survey makes for very, very, very interesting reading. First of all, let me commend CDD and their partners for their consistency. And I have observed over the years that you ignore the Afrobarometer at your own peril. The Afrobarometer over the years.
So I'm not to cut you, but Randy, I'm just looking at the Afrobarometer that you have given us. And it says
the summary.
Yes. A candidate's amnesty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
90%.
Yes.
Of the choice. And then the character.
Yes.
8.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then campaign promises are just about 60.
Yes.
The people say they'll be influenced, only 60% say they'll be influenced by campaign promises. But 90% say they'll be influenced by the amnesty and, and 88%.
Yes.
It's a key issue.
Yeah, yeah. No, very key issue. And I can understand why the vice chairman of the campaign is worried.
You're very, 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 very senior, or that dear senior. My big brother, Mr. Frank Edu of Calba.
Oh, yes. Senior.
He just sent me, you know, my assembly.gov.gh portal.
Yeah.
Where the digital link for checking your property rate and settling it online. So assemblies have the addresses and ownership details of properties. Yeah. That's what he's just sent.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
They should.
They should.
So this chap,
that's why.
Yes,
it's pretty obvious that a lot more has gone into this issue.
This Lands Commission and Ladade Kotopon. We'll get to the bottom. So I was saying that the CDD ought to be commended for their consistency, and this serves as a very important signpost of the state of our country. I know they do this in other African countries as well. And as citizens, we need to pay attention to this empirical data which the CDD and its partners have been churning out consistently. Doc, the focus by Nana Komia on free SHS.
No, it's not him, the papers.
Yes, and the papers. I am glad that when you go through the Afrobarometer carefully, it reveals that 85% of Ghanaians say that they do not fear at all that free SHS will be interrupted by any future government. 85% say that. Yes, they say that they are convinced that any future government will maintain free SHS. And indeed, they also indicate that Agenda 111 and others.
They were asked.
Yeah.
So if you can just find it, that's if you won't take much time.
They were asked.
Yes.
They were asked that will the next government continue these priority projects, and it was free SHS. There was one district, one factory, one village, one dam, planting for food and jobs. And interestingly, if you look at the results, 85% say that they have no doubt at all that whichever government comes to power will continue with free SHS. 81% said that one district, one factory will be continued. 71% said that one village, one dam will be continued. And
do you know what is interesting about the disclosure you made?
And yeah, go ahead.
Do you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
Read the question again.
So, should the next government retain these ongoing initiatives? Yes. Should the next government retain these ongoing initiatives? And interestingly, on e-levy, only 17%.
Yes.
79% said that e-levy must go.
Yes.
You know, continues to show how unpopular e-levy is. And I must salute President Mahama. He had the foresight many years ago. He was the first presidential candidate to say that e-levy will not help us. It's not in the national interest, and that he will not waste time at all. It will be one of the first decisions he will take. After that, I've seen that some other candidates have followed suit, including those who introduced it and fought us to the hilt in Parliament, amidst face cuffs and all of that, to introduce the e-levy. Now let me come to Nana. You can write it down. Nana, you keep interrupting. No. Listen. So let me come to. Oh my goodness. Can I finish?
Even before it came.
Can I finish? There's no record of that. There's no record of that.
There's a record.
There's no record of
I'll
that.
show it to you.
Yes.
He said that a radio station.
Okay.
Randy, you are aware?
Oh my goodness.
Then I'll give you the opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. You finish.
Yes,
but Doc, there are very, very, very startling revelations in this.
Yes.
If you take the matter of corruption, I mean, it is most shocking what Ghanaians are saying. Consistently, the Ghana Police Service is at number 1. 63% say, when they were asked how many of the following people do you think are involved in corruption? How many of the following people? So the police service, the consistency, they have really held the crown. But what is shocking, Doc, is that the office of the presidency comes a close second. This is unusual. I mean, hitherto, the office of the president, when President Akufo-Addo took office, check the Afrobarometer, he was held high up there as the most trusted. How did he fall so mightily? I mean, this is more than a Humpty Dumpty fall.
Second to the police.
Second to the police, a close second.
And in the
54%.
And in the case of the police, because of their
every day,
with the public
every day,
yes.
I mean, shocking. And look at the couching. Office of the presidency. So is all of them there. I don't see how Bawumia can extricate himself from this. Because it's office of the presidency.
Well,
all of them.
It's only protesters who can't go there.
All of them over there. All of them. So one wonders what the youth has been saying, that social media trend which has been consistently trending, that Julobi house, are they being vindicated, by this Afrobarometer? Now close second to the police. Then you have tax officials, 53%. Members of parliament, I must say, we don't also cover ourselves in glory. I must be
You are number 4.
humble to concede.
Are you number 4?
Number 4, 51%. Judges and magistrates, 44%. Electoral Commission, 43%. MMDCEs, 43%. Civil servants, 39%. Assemblymen and women, 31%. Business executives, 31%. Traditional leaders, 29%. Public media journalists, 24%. Randy Abbey, and you and your colleagues, we have to consult you. You're not doing bad. You're not doing bad. It appears that there's some confidence. It's good that the public has some confidence in our journalists, at least. Religious leaders, 21%. Private media, 21%. Non-governmental organizations, 18%. I mean, this is troubling. This is troubling. I mean, you expect the office of the presidency to champion the fight against corruption. And really, that is what brought Akufo-Addo and Bawumia to office. When they pledged that they would deal ruthlessly with corruption, they will use the Anas principle. Unfortunately, they rather came and hounded out Anas. And Anas has become an endangered species. We've seen what they've done to other investigative journalists, Manasseh Azuri, and others. Then you remember what they said about how they will end the era of single sourcing. On this show, I have brought copious amounts of documents of how single sourcing has been done with impunity. Is the order of the day. Only last week we were discussing one. Citizens Access, the $38.2 million scandal at the Foreign Ministry. The previous week we were discussing DRIP, what Bawumia has been championing in this campaign. Inflated by $102 million. Ghana should not have paid more than $76 million for DRIP. And yet we paid $178 million.
2 or 3 days ago.
Yes, yes, I have seen it.
About some monies to...
Yes,
and
to the
it's
assembly.
like a 4-month project targeted...
Yes. Election gimmicks. I have a copy here. I have a copy dated 25th October 2024, signed by Irina Toshi Ado Latte. All MMDCs, guidelines for drip funds transferred to all MMDCs. Please refer to the District Assembly Common Fund, letter dated 18th October 2024, transferring funds to all MMDAs to cater for fuel for allowances of personnel under the DRIP program. We write to inform you that 500,000 Ghana cedis per constituency has been transferred to your assembly. This is on the blind side of Parliament.
But the same assembly.
So 320,000 for fuel expenses, 180,000 for the drip machine operators and other personnel. And she provides a breakdown.
And it's for 4 months.
Yes, it's just for the election. So this whole drip thing, which Baumia has been championing, is all just about election gimmicks. But the massive corruption.
How much did those same assemblies get released to them in the year?
They are even arrears.
No, I'm saying the year.
Yeah.
How much did they get released?
No. Forget about that. Forget about that. You know, and up to now, since my expose and the right to information request, you know, they haven't said a word.
Who?
The District Assembly Common Fund. They haven't issued a statement.
I thought it was on the basis of their response to you that you made those disclosures.
Yes.
But so what do you want them to say?
I have asked many questions.
Okay.
That why did they single source?
You mean on the basis of
on the basis of the on the basis of the information they gave us? Why was it single sourced? Why is it so inflated by over $102 million? You know what $102 million can do for us?
What was their response to the inflation?
Not a word. They haven't come back to me.
Oh, you asked them specific questions.
Yes.
And they answered.
Within the RTI.
Yes.
But following that, I have publicly asked them questions about why it was single sourced. Because initially I asked the procurement method, because I had picked up that they single sourced, which they confirmed, to JA Plan Pool. Why did they do that? Why was it inflated? I have gone for invoices from other companies. And if this was done competitively, even the $76 million is a conservative estimate. We will have paid far less. So are you surprised that the Afrobarometer is saying the presidency, because Baumia has been championing this, inflated by over $102 million. They've broken the District Assembly Common Fund to the extent that District Assembly Common Fund is saying that, look, as for this particular contract, allow us to pay over 2 years. It's so huge. We can only pay $25 million now.
Clarify this for me. Is it true?
Yeah.
That we are only able to pay 15%?
Yes.
Of the total sum this year.
It's true.
And that is the next government.
It's the next government.
That will have to come and pay the rest.
Yes, the 85%. It's true. Okay. Because in the RTI, I asked for the payment plan and how much has been paid. So they are paying only
15%.
Yes, which amounts to about $25 million.
Okay.
So it's the next government that will be paying about $150 million. I mean, and you saddle incoming governments with these things. On the blind side of the IMF, blind side of Parliament, single sourced, no value for money. I mean, what is going on in this country? So I'm not surprised that the presidency, the Akufo-Addo Bawumia presidency, is competing with the Ghana Police Service on who tops the corruption league table. Disgraceful. So much promise, this Akufo-Addo Bawumia team, so much promise. I will protect the public purse. I will make sure that corruption is costly. I will use the Anas principle. Oh, how they said all the right things. Great speeches, moving speeches. See their track record. Falling from grace to grace. This graceful track record. And they should bow their heads in shame. Never again should we fall for empty rhetoric as a country. Now, this Afrobarometer also, Doc, is revealing a lot of things that must agitate the minds of the political class. As many as 41% of Ghanaians are saying that unemployment is their biggest headache. Unemployment. That is what they want us to focus on. Unemployment. So I hope that those who have been trying to ridicule the NDC's 24-hour economic policy, Formula 133, which will make sure that at least immediately we can triple the workforce in this country, and which would industrialize our country. I hope they are seeing. The NDC is clearly responding to what is the #1 issue to voters. 41% are saying it is unemployment. When they were asked to list what they think are the most important problems, look at the Afrobarometer. Unemployment, #1, 41%. Infrastructure, roads, 38%. Health, 33%. Education, 28%. So, yes, free SHS is important. There's a lot of noise about it. But really, to the Ghanaian voter today, top 3, free SHS doesn't feature. The most important issues to the voter is unemployment, it's infrastructure, and healthcare. And we all know President Mahama's track record when it comes to these issues. Under him, we didn't have the worst unemployment rate, which we have now, at 14.7%, according to the last population and housing census. His track record when it comes to infrastructure is very clear. President Mahama is celebrated as the nation builder. And so, who else to address this most important issue to Ghanaians? Infrastructure. We've seen his interchanges. We've seen his massive roads. You can mention the Fufuso Solar Road. I can mention the Circle Interchange, the Kaswa Interchange. I can go on and on, the Eastern Corridor, the Papasu Road. Look at Terminal 3, which has won us so many international accolades. Look at the Tamale Airport. Look at the whole airport. Look at UGMC, the only quaternary hospital that we have in West Africa. Look at the KJTR market. Look at the Shai Osudoku Hospital. Look at the Ridge Hospital. So when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to health, President Mahama towers above all his opponents in this election. And when you read this Afrobarometer, you are not left in any surprise why the Ghanaian people are rallying behind President Mahama, why there's such a clarion call for President Mahama to come take over. Now, the Electoral Commission must also be deeply, deeply worried about trust. The Afrobarometer reveals that only 28% of Ghanaians ahead of this election trust the Electoral Commission. That's damning. Really, really damning. So damning. So damning. Only 28%. And indeed, when you look at trust in institutions, trust in institutions, the latest Afrobarometer reveals that only 28% trust the Electoral Commission. The courts, only 35%. That must worry the judiciary. As for the police, is 0, 0, 0. And it's a shame that despite the IGP's purported reforms, it has not made any impact thus far. Of course, when you are asked to investigate land matters, clear, blatant land grab, land looting, state capture, and nothing is done, no reports are done, and you continue to give protection to these miscreants, these state looters, nobody is going to trust you. So I'm not surprised that trust is in the police service is so low. Then the president, virtually nobody trusts him these days. 28%. Very, 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 very low. But the parliamentary institution must also carry out an introspection. There was a lot of promise when Ghanaians voted for a hung parliament. That promise clearly has not been achieved. And we need to ask ourselves, how is it that in 2012, 49% of Ghanaians trusted, parliament, and that has declined considerably all the way to 24%. And we as an institution ought to reflect deeply, deeply about our poor showing. Then, Doc, the Afrobarometer also reveals that as for them, as for the Ghanaian people, as for the citizens of this country, They are not just going to be listening to promises of politicians. What matters to them most is a candidate's honesty, a candidate's character. Indeed, campaign promises was relegated to a distant third. Very, very revealing. Very revealing. Very, very revealing. 90% say that they will vote for a candidate they can trust. Clearly, I mean, the glaring example that comes to mind, not a candidate who says that when your fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. When it was 1:4, it's now 1:17. Can you believe that? Who would have thought? And when you ask him now, he engages in some somersaulting. Says that, oh, it was true then, but now it does not logically follow. He's the only one who understands that logic. He's the only one. Somebody presented as an economic messiah. And let me salute President Mahama for the 5 questions he asked. And I'm glad that he's staying on the 5 questions. Bawumia has been responding with some 30 unrelated side issues. Respond to the 5 questions. And he cannot. Running away from the economy, running away from the exchange rate, which continues to deteriorate. And it's causing so much pain, so much anguish to traders, to all of us, because it puts the cost of living through the roof. We are currently living in a cost of living crisis. And I have not added the debt exchange program, which has robbed Ghanaians of over $12 billion, their savings. Who would have ever imagined that Bawumia would have subjected us as chair of the economic management team to this pain, this anguish, this destruction of lives, of livelihoods, of people's businesses? So it is really telling that the Ghanaian people are saying, as for them, in assessing politicians, it's not really about your campaign promises. It's your honesty, 90%. Your character, 88%. And Doc, we also have to watch this number. Doc, have you paid attention to this?
Which one?
58% say they will vote for presidential and parliamentary candidates from the same political party.
Yes.
But 15%, that's really high. 15% say they will vote for presidential and parliamentary candidates from different political parties.
Yes.
15%. 15%. And you see, we should start thinking deeply. See how we are racing to destroy all our institutions because we can't live with the scenario of a President Akufo-Addo as President of the Republic and an NDC majority as confirmed legitimately by the Speaker of Parliament. People can't live with it. They want to die. They're crying all the way to judges who contested in MPP elections, Gaiwu and co, to rescue them. But if you look at this data, it is clear that there's really a possibility. This country must be getting ready for that sometime in the near future. Because if as many as 15% say that they are not going to be voting for people from the same party, we should be getting ready. Because it's a clear possibility. And the bad precedents we are setting, the way people are somersaulting, no conviction, no principle, and will go to every length to destroy our institution, undermine our democracy, because they can't live with the possibility of not hanging on to their one-member majority. When in any case, after Ghanaians voted in 2020, there was really no majority. We all got the same number of seats, 137, 137. So we ought to be reflecting on this seriously. 6% say they will vote for an independent presidential candidate. 6%, an independent parliamentary candidate. That's quite significant.
Right.
So more than 8 out of 10 Ghanaians indicate that they had little or no fear of falling victim to political intimidation or violence. So that is a good one. But I want to conclude, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
I want to conclude this Afrobarometer discussion on the other very, very damning findings, which as a political class we have to be embarrassed about. 7 in 10 Ghanaians say that they know someone or a family member who went without cash income at least once during the previous year. Many also report shortages of medical care, 54%. Those who lack water in our country, 44%. Those who did not have access to food, 44%. Cooking fuel, 42%. I mean, what's really the essence of governance? If you can't provide food for the people, they can't have access to potable water, almost half of the public. This is deeply, deeply worrying. And then when it comes to ratings of the government's economic performance, it's an overwhelming negative. Fewer than 2 in 10 Ghanaians rate the government positively on managing the economy. Only 19%. Ghanaians have given up on these people. They presented themselves as the economic messiahs who will come and transform this country. When it comes to creating jobs, only 18% trust this government that they can create jobs. When it comes to improve living standards of the poor, only 17%. Keeping prices stable, only 8% trust this government. I mean, nothing can be more damning. We commend the CDD, but as we reflect on this, it is clear that the time for change has come. And the Ghanaian people are going to boot out this government that has come to squander all of the goodwill it had, destroyed our resources, it's managed the economy, engaged in state capture, in blatant looting. Look at the $58 million on a pit, National Cathedral. $12 million Pualugu, we can't find the dam in Pualugu. $2.5 million Sputnik V, we can't find the Shonky Shakes. $2 million Skytrain, we can't find it. Just wasted our money and have shipped our resources into tax havens. But Operation Recover All Loot will get them. We shall retrieve all our resources. And let's assure the Ghanaian people that under President Mahama, we shall reverse this really horrible scorecard of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia era.
Let me take it up from where Samuel Kujeto left off. He says that this Afrobarometer survey shows that there's clearly a need for change. Clearly. That's his conclusion. Now, a change to who? John Mahama? Is that what you are calling for? Because under John Mahama, the Afrobarometer reports were the same, if not worse. The Afrobarometer reports in 2014, 2015, 2016 about the economy, about jobs, about corruption, and about government performance were the same under John Mahama. In fact, this time they even say one major policy of government is positive. That's a free exchange. Under John Mahama, there was no positivity. None. Check the Afrobarometer reports.
They didn't ask that question.
So, if we are looking for change, are you going to John Mahama, whose results were the same as this or even worse?
They were not the same. It's not true.
Or even worse. Is that what you are telling Ghanaians to do? That they should go back to John Mahama, whose Afrobarometer reports were the same or even worse on the economy, on job creation, on corruption, on cost of living, on trust in the presidency. We're the same. Or even worse. If you like, let's Google the reports. And if you like, I'll bring them here next week. So clearly,
you don't have it now.
Clearly, if we are going to look at the Afrobarometer to judge change, the change cannot be to John Mahama. Because John Mahama's own Afrobarometer report is terrible. So why should we go? If we want change, it cannot be to John Mahama, based on his own Afrobarometer's report. Now, Samuel Kujeto says that John Mahama did infrastructure, and went on and on. I mean, which government doesn't do infrastructure? You want me to start telling you the infrastructure that has happened in this country over the last 7 years or so? But the question is, why was John Mahama rejected? And so carries the record as the only president in the Fourth Republic who was never given a second term. Why? Why? It's because of his Afrobarometer report.
His party had done 8 years already.
On the economy.
His party had done 8 years already.
Oh, you mean he was rejected simply on 8 years?
No, you're saying that put your question in proper perspective. That's all I'm reminding you.
You are saying
you're speaking as though NDC did only 4 years. We did 8 years.
No. So you are
Males Mahama.
Okay. So the loss you suffered in 2016 was because of 8 years.
So just be factual.
If you go on that tangent, then you are living in a paradise that will not help you. I can assure you that. So it was because of the economic difficulties, so because of the corruption. Because you say, oh, he did a lot of infrastructure, so why was he rejected? Why? Now they are telling us because of 8 years. Really? You know that cannot be the truth. It was because of this Afrobarometer report. Same in 26, from the 2014 to 23 years. Check them. The corruption, the economy. Now, I've been told that there's a 24-hour economy is going to be the solution. Solution to what? The 24-hour, what is it going to solve? How is the 24-hour going to solve the cost of living that has been identified in the Afrobarometer? How is 24-hour going to reduce the cost of living? How is the 24-hour that we've been told is the panacea? How is it going to reduce the cost of electricity? How is the 24-hour going to reduce the cost of housing, the cost of transportation, the cost of food? What is your solution to this? Your 24-hour, how is it going to solve the problems that have been identified in the Afrobarometer? How? So, if we are going to base the Afrobarometer and say that justifies change, the change cannot be to John Mahama. Because his own Afrobarometer reports the same. He's trying to link Bawumia with corruption. Really? He said Bawumia championed DRIP. Yes, he championed DRIP, providing equipment to the district assembly so they can do emergency remedial work on access roads and so on. Now, you claim that there was some corruption in the procurement of the equipment. That's what you claim. I don't know if it's true or not. But does the vice president involve himself in the procurement or the contracts? I remember you, Samuel Kujeto, once telling Ghanaians that the president or the presidency doesn't involve itself in contracts. Today you are trying to give us the impression that the vice president is involved in contracts. And so if there's you believe there is some inflation of contract sums is involved. Why? Samuel Kujeto. Too much propaganda. In your time, you said that the president does not involve himself in contracts. Today, the presidency does. The vice president does. If we're going to talk about, some people talk about questions. You are standing at Savelugu and you are throwing questions at Bawumia. You are standing at Savelugu. And Bawumia too is standing in Accra and also throwing questions at you. How does the Ghanaian electorate benefit from this throwing of questions? They say, come for a debate. Come and sit here. Randy Abe is here. Bawumia, you are here. Mahama is here. And throw the questions at each other. So the Ghanaians can see the truth. You say no. But you go and stand at Savelugu and throw questions. Come and confront the man that you are throwing the questions to face. You say no. You say he's below you. Randy. He says the man is below him. So when he was president in 2012, and he engaged in a debate with the other presidential contestants, when he was sitting president, they were not below him. They had one in Tamale. They had one in Accra. When as sitting president, he engaged in debate with the Akufo-Addos and the Edward Mahamas and the Ayarigas, and the one who was coughing. Is that Ayariga? The Ayarigas and so on. And he was president. They were not below him. Today that he is former president, he says somebody is below him. So he will not come to their level. But he will go and stand at Savelugu and throw questions at the people who are below him. And there's a pattern of John Mahama denigrating his opponents, or people who do not agree with him. I don't understand it. He's supposed to be a fine gentleman. But when you listen to his pronouncement, it's so difficult to understand. How do you describe a contestant for the presidency who has been vice president for nearly 8 years? How do you describe him as below you? What are you? What level are you? It is that character that pushes him to tell Ghanaians in the face that they are not fit to criticize him because they have never been president. And that the only people from whom he would accept criticism is Kufuor and Rawlings, because they have been presidents. The rest of you said you've never come anywhere near the presidency. You have no rights because you don't know what the presidency is about. It is that same character of John Mahama.
Was he not speaking to Akufo-Addo and Bawumia? I thought it was clear. He was addressing both of them when he made that statement.
So he wasn't referring to me?
Yeah, I'm saying that I thought that when he made that statement, he was addressing the two of them at the time.
Okay. So if he can describe Akufo-Addo and Bawumia.
No, so you agree that that is what you're saying?
No, I don't agree. But I'm saying, even going by what you are saying, even if we have to accept what you are saying, and he was addressing Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, a presidential candidate and a vice presidential candidate. If you can describe them like, then me, then me, they are, like they say, how do you say it? I'm lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can describe people that he's having a contest against, then me. It's that same character that allows him to describe people in the last couple of years. Stupid. Stupid.
What's that?
John Mahama. It's that same character.
What is stupid?
He described the OSP. Martin Amidu. When Amidu had a report that said John Mahama was government official 1 in the Airbus matter,
yes,
he described him as stupid. John Mahama described Amidu as stupid. Recently, he was saying that people are writing stupid things on social media. What kind of character is this? What kind of character is this? Somebody who wants to lead people. People are either below you or people are being stupid. Why? What's the point of that? This is the character.
Doc.
You see? This is the character.
Let him finish.
Oh, I thought he was done.
No, let him finish.
Oh, okay. Because he's just repeating.
Let him
going
finish.
on and on.
You repeated yourself for 20
Let him
minutes.
finish.
We listen to
You move on to another topic.
Let him finish.
It's too repetitive.
Randy, the man sat here, repeated himself for 20 minutes. We listened to him. He's not tolerant, though. I don't. We listen to you. Talk about Afrobarometer and this and that, and they went on and on.
There are many dimensions to the Afrobarometer.
We listen quietly to you. Have a little bit of tolerance. So, what I'm saying is, because we don't have time, if we are going to use the Afrobarometer as our judgment too, we cannot go back to John Mahama.
Okay.
Because he also has an Afrobarometer report for 3 or 4 years. And when you go through the Afrobarometer report on John Mahama, you said.
Okay. All right. Yes, Simon.
Look, let me quote verbatim from City Newsroom, City FM Online, what President Mahama said. Quote, Nana Akufo-Addo was asking me why I am refusing to debate Bawumia. You know, Bawumia doesn't deserve a debate. He is losing this election. I will not elevate him to my level and go and sit and debate him. Their campaign is failing. They have no message. And so he wants to be elevated to my level. No, 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 no. I know my level, he said, unquote. He says, your campaign is failing. You have no message. You are losing the election. That is your level. It has nothing to do with not respecting you or being arrogant. Not at all. It is in a particular context. The context of his opponent losing the election, his campaign failing. And so he would not give him that opportunity to revive his campaign, to be brought to his level, the winner's level, the one who is cruising in all the polls. That is the context. It has nothing to do with, oh, you are not my level, I don't respect you, I don't consider you human, or I'm trying to be derogatory. Not at all. That is the context. Too much propaganda from Nana Akufo-Addo.
So can you repeat the context? I want to understand.
Too much propaganda.
Can you repeat it, please?
Look, Doc.
No, can you repeat the explanation?
I am shocked this morning that these people who go around telling our revered chiefs, my chiefs, chiefs I hold in high esteem, shouting at them, hey, get up and greet me. Chiefs have the effrontery this morning to be talking about nice man Mahama, who has not ordered any chief to get up to greet him. How dare you? The people who are disrespecting our chiefs all over. You haven't seen the videos? Nana Akufo-Addo. Not once, not twice, not thrice. Hey, get up, chiefs. You know what chiefs represent? They represent our culture. They are custodians of our traditions. They are our leaders. Me, as I'm here on this program, if my chief, I get a text message from Togbega Batamia Jekle, the 7th, paramount chief of the Bato traditional area, vice president of the Volta Region House of Chiefs, that he needs me now. I will abandon you, Dr. Randiabe. What will you do for me in Bato? I will immediately abandon you and run to him. Our chiefs will so much power.
No, he's also a chief.
Leave me
So
on
much,
leave me on my land.
so much authority.
Where you
Oh,
go, stay there.
I will stay there. I will be very happy.
You know he's also a chief.
I will run to Togbega Jekle. I won't even ask a question.
Okay.
Only for me to see that this achieves Nana Akufo-Addo is ordering, hey, get up before you greet me. I mean, what? I've never seen this. None of our presidents has ever treated our chiefs this way. And this morning you want to introduce disrespect of our people? Politicians who are disrespecting our people. You better go and talk to President Akufo-Addo. And you people should stop, because we all feel affronted. When you do that to a chief, it's not one man you are doing that to. It's a whole traditional area. A whole group of people. Their customs, their traditions, their heritage. Everything that they, because the chiefs are an embodiment. They represent what we stand for. How dare you treat our chiefs like that? How dare you? We are glossing over some of those things. And today you want to introduce a topic. You have the F1 trade. To introduce a topic on who is disrespecting Ghanaians. In any case, Doc, what the Ghanaian people are saying today about Dr. Baumia is that he has, as chair of the management team of the economy, destroyed their lives. The banks that have been collapsed, the financial institutions. I have mates who were bank managers, doing very well, who today are Uber drivers, struggling to survive. What can be more hurtful, more destructive than that? That is Baumia's legacy. And that's what the Ghanaian people are saying you should address. So please, go and tell your leaders to stop disrespecting our chiefs, to stop insulting all of us. And you see the selectivity. We see them. When they appear before the Ochihini, as for that, they are lying on the floor. They are rolling on the floor. The Ochihini. Then they know as for their Santihini, you dare not go and do that there. But the rest of us are chiefs. Fair game. No respect. Treating them like death. Ordering them to get up to greet. When did they start? Why? Is it by force? If you won't greet the chief, if you will not greet the chief, because I feel so affronted by that.
Oh, okay. It was somebody there. He wasn't affronted.
I feel so affronted. If you won't greet the chief, just move on. Why? It's greeting by force. And look, let me appeal to the chief. Next time they come do that,
they shouldn't.
When you are sitting in state, ignore them. Why? It's greeting by force. You cannot be arrested that you didn't stand up to greet the president. Ignore them.
Randy.
These people, ignore them.
No
what would they do? In any case, their days are numbered.
Yes.
Randy, we can't wait to see their back.
Our days. Is repeating.
Please. I'm not done. Then
you are not done repeating yourself.
Then Nana Komia is saying that. Oh, the Afrobarometers are the same, you know. Nana Komia is not even ashamed. Apart from the fact that he is totally peddling falsehood. The Afrobarometers are not the same. And I'm not surprised that he says that it's next week that he can produce the 2016 one. Next week.
Look,
he can't produce it today.
But
let can I speak?
Now,
Just
I want proof. If Annie can just do that. 2040, 2050.
So let's, for the sake of argument, just go with Nana Komia that the Afrobarometers are the same. He's not ashamed. 8 years. And what we have is stagnation. We've been standing at one place 8 years. And you have the audacity to ask for breaking the 8, for continuity, for another 4 years of stagnation or reverse gear. I mean, do these people listen to themselves? No shame at all. Oh, Mahamas is the same. The Afrobarometer is the same issue. Same. We have all failed. Hey. So what do we what do we take the electorate for? What do we take the Ghanaian people for? Is that what you told Ghanaians you come and do? That we have no panacea, we are clueless, we are inept, we are corrupt, we'll do West state capture. So vote for us. You'll get the same of Mahama. And that's what you are telling us. A few days to an election, you're telling the Ghanaian electorate that when they vote for you, all they get is the same of Mahama.
Okay. Now,
it's incredible.
Have you finished?
Gentlemen, let's spend a minute each to wrap up.
Totally incredible.
Okay. Just a minute.
Now,
each.
let me just wrap up.
Yes.
Randy.
Yes, sir.
Samuel Kudjeto's attempt to explain John Mahama's statement. Hey, this is what they say, too clever by half. I was asking him to repeat it so I could, because it was so clever I couldn't even understand it. Look, bad is bad. When we're talking about Afrobarometer, I told you that I am not surprised because of the current difficulties that we are having. And that is the truth. The Afrobarometer in John Mahama's time were the same. Go and check the perception about government performance, about the economy, about cost of living, about corruption, the same.
So you're proud of that?
I have said to you that I'm not proud of it. But you said that on the basis of that, Ghanaians should vote for John Mahama. I'm saying that, how? Because this report is the same. You were standing on Afrobarometer to urge Ghanaians to vote for Mahama. I'm saying, how is that? You brought it in. Now, this business about...
Now, please wrap up.
Yes. Is, he talked about Akufo-Addo showing some attitude that he doesn't like. Fine.
Gross disrespect.
Fine. It's Akufo-Addo on the ballot.
He's campaigning for ballot.
Akufo-Addo. Is he on the ballot? Is he? Has Bawumia told Ghanaians that they cannot criticize him because they have never been vice president before? Has Bawumia called any people stupid?
Who has called anybody stupid?
John Mahama described called the OSP, the sitting OSP, as stupid because the OSP had described John, has found that Mahama was government official.
He described his report,
if you are not
report as stupid or him as stupid.
If you are not...
Nana, did he describe his report as stupid or him as stupid?
If there's a report that's... Going by what you are saying, if there's a report that you don't agree with,
yes,
you say it's stupid.
What's wrong with that?
In any case, just a couple of years later,
yes,
another OSP described the same John Mahama as government official one. That's why he accepted it. So why did he describe the first report as stupid?
So it's the report he described as stupid, not the person.
It is the double face and the double tongue. That's what I'm talking about.
What?
How do you describe one OSP description of yourself as government official one as stupid? And then another OSP describes you as government official one. That's why he accepted it. You see? Now, recently, I heard President Mahama saying that chiefs should speak the truth, and that when Bawumia comes to them, they should tell him the truth and not eulogize him. Is that showing respect to the chiefs? So please, let's not get there at all.
What's wrong with that?
If you say,
what's wrong with that?
Just urging.
What is wrong with that?
That let's all speak the truth. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. So
Is
what you are
that
saying?
like ordering chiefs to get up to greet you? How can you compare the two?
We are talking about showing disrespect, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm saying that if you tell chiefs they should speak the truth, is your truth their truth? Your truth, is it their truth? You may disagree with them. In any case, when you John Mahama, when you go around, the chiefs that you visit, they eulogize you. We've seen so many footage of it. If they are eulogizing another person, Why do you accuse them of not speaking the truth?
Is it, Nana, is it insulting when somebody tells you that you don't read? In reaction to your statement on a matter, if the person tells
John
you
Mahama told them that they should speak the truth, and that when Bawumia comes, they should tell him the truth and stop eulogizing him.
No, that's not what I'm asking
He's
you.
even describing them as hypocrites.
No, that's not what I'm asking you.
What
I'm
are you
asking you that if you tell me that I don't read,
but we're not
is
talking
it
about
insulting?
we are not talking about reading here.
No, I'm asking you a question.
I don't know. I'd have no answer. Because we're not talking about reading.
Okay.
We are talking about you telling people that they should speak the truth.
Yes.
And that they should stop eulogizing somebody. What
Yes.
you're saying is that they are hypocrites.
Yes.
Yes. That's what you are saying to them. And if you say so to me, that is how I will interpret it. Now, you say that somebody is not your level. Samuel Kujeto is saying that, because John Mahama is winning. That is why Bawumia is not his level. Bawumia too believes he's winning.
Okay.
So should he also say the same thing to John Mahama? In any case, in my last point, when a sitting president and you engage in the debate with your fellow contestants, were they below your level or above your level? If you don't want a debate, like you said, it's not by force. Do you now have to go and denigrate somebody to justify why you don't want a debate? Even when you are sitting president, you engage in debate. So what is this?
So when Dr. Bawumia was somewhere up north, and he said that if John Mahama wants a debate, he should come and debate the people. Was it Sangba or something?
Look,
he should come and debate them.
Randy,
what was he doing?
I have said to you that a debate is not by force.
Yes. Yes.
If you don't want a debate, say, I won't debate you.
Yes.
Simple. Don't denigrate the person.
Yeah, so I'm asking you that when Dr. Bawumia did not say that we won't debate you, but he went to Sangba. I don't know if it's not or upper
in any case, in 2016.
Oh, no, I'm not done.
Finish quickly.
When he went there and was telling John Mahama that if he wants a debate, he should come and debate those people there.
I heard your question. I'm dealing
what was
with
that? Yes.
I'm dealing with it. Yeah, don't heckle me. Now, listen, in 2016, and I'm answering your question. Yes. Don't be worried about the reference. Because this happened in 2016.
Yes.
That's why I'm referring to 2016. Yes. In 2016, Bawumia was not in a position to debate John Mahama. That's the first thing. Number two, if he says I go and debate some other people.
It was a presidential debate or a vice presidential debate.
I'm saying in 2016, Bawumia was not in a position to debate Mahama.
But he chose to answer on behalf of his boss.
That is a fact.
But he chose to answer on behalf of his boss. Respond on behalf of his boss.
Okujeto said they are collaborators. They've answered on behalf of John Mahama. Do you know what Okujeto said? Okujeto, he was a bit charitable. He said that Bawumia hasn't, in the call for the debate, he hasn't shown respect. You know, he should say it in a respectful manner. So, and I'm saying, if John Mahama says, I won't debate you, if you want the debate, go and debate market women. There's no problem. How do you say that you won't debate because the person is not your level?
If he says you go and debate market women, you won't find anything wrong.
What's wrong with it?
Okay. Right.
But when you say, that's not a denigration.
Okay.
But when you say that, Randy, if you ask me a question, and I say that this question you should go and ask these people, and I've told you that before. You ask me a question, I say, go and ask some other people. But I will not tell you that I will not answer your question because you are below me. What is that?
Okay.
And then this is plain fact. We should call a spade a spade.
All right. Okay. So let me wrap up for us.
I don't come here and say Akufo-Addo. Is Akufo-Addo on the ballot? Is he on the ballot?
Nana should learn to condemn what is wrong. What is wrong is wrong. What they are going around doing, what they are going around doing to our chiefs, who are an embodiment of all we stand for.
They is who?
Nana Akufo-Addo, your leader.
It's not on the ballot, so he says he's not on the ballot.
You cannot dismiss it that it's not on the ballot.
I said that's what Nana Akufo has told us.
Whose track record are they campaigning on? All of this long talk he's been engaging in. Whose track record is he trying to defend? So when you expose them, then they say that, oh, you know, he's another man, he's some stranger, we don't know him. We will not accept that. What is condemnable is condemnable. And you see, President Mahama, many Ghanaians have said, and I repeated this last week, many Ghanaians have said that his weakness, they even wish that he was firmer. Many Ghanaians, even within his own party, that he's too nice. You know that. You hear that on a daily basis. This last minute, your campaign is failing. So now, let's try and give President Mahama some horns.
But the man seated
and portray.
Right.
Yes, you know him well. You know him more than all of us. Yes.
In this world.
You know him very well. I mean, you know him very well. Everybody says that John Mahama is Mr. Nice. He's just too nice. He's so courteous. He is so humble. He's so modest. Everybody knows him. So where from this last-ditch effort?
They know about me as what?
As deceptive, as untruthful. That's how we know him. When you mention Baumia, that's the first thing that comes to mind. That's what everybody says. Oh, Baumia, they are on
That thing, draw effort and identify the people who
that's what we know Baumia as. They did a huge but we all know. Okay. And I'm so glad. Look, the thing that excites me most about this Afrobarometer is the honesty, character. 90%. Oh, I love this election to be interesting.
Okay. In any case, Randy, let me tell you.
Honesty.
John Mahama has been judged.
We're going.
Baumia has not been judged on that.
Nana, so you are.
We'll wait and see.
Baumia doesn't belong to the presidency.
We're at your disposal.
No, do you agree we should go?
I'm saying we're at your disposal.
Okay.
Yes,
Sammy, you agree we should go?
Oh yeah. Okay. I just thought I just thought we'll have had a minute for the U.S. Visa restriction.
He said it was
because it's a very important matter.
Chief,
but maybe we can.
Is it targeted at the Electoral Commission?
All of them. Everybody who tries to undermine democracy.
Before we go to the visa racket.
No, we are not discussing anything.
He said he was going to work out on you. Me, I won't work out on you.
Oh no, I said of course if my chief summons me. I said
because you can't go and live at Insutem.
So you mean if your chief summons you, you'll still be here?
I'll finish the program.
Anyway, you people, I'm not sorry. You are ordering them. They are ordering them to get them to greet them.
That's not finished his house at Insutem. So he has nowhere to go. He has to be with me in Accra.
I'm not surprised.
He's finished on big house.
They are ordering them to get up.
He's the MP. He lives there.
I'm a resident MP. A proud resident.
Anyway, that was it for the morning. A big happy birthday to my uncle, Mr. T in London. Mr. T, I know you're watching. And so, Taria, Mr. T, my uncle Lou's my friend. Happy birthday to you. I'm sure you wear a very nice suit today as well. He loves to dress.
Happy birthday.
Is that done with?
Did you hear him accuse you of
I know who I am accusing. It's you.
He accused me.
Yes, Nana, no, it's him. Nana, come here. Let me point at him clearly.
When we were talking about leaving the concern, I asked you, he's got some nice property there. He said he lives there. Then he says, listen.
Let me tell you something. Is it when you were doing the context thing?
Yeah.
You know, Nana was checking if it was one of his
which contest?
No, when you were doing the context thing about you are not my
lover. Yeah.
That I was checking was one of his slides. Up next, Metro Sports.